I'll go ahead and get started. Good evening, President Maher, members of the board, Dr. Hagelin, members of the cabinet, and our community. I'm Cheryl Atkins, president of the Association of Pleasanton Teachers. I hope you noticed I like to start with positives, so tonight I will continue that by giving some shout outs. Thank you, Dr. Hagelin, for keeping APT in the loop of communication today. Congratulations to all the Responsibility Award winners. Keep up the good work. This week, APT awarded $200 scholarship grants to 15 APT new hires for classroom spending. So congratulations to our brand new members who will be using money. Yes. They'll be using money to support their students with things such as books, classroom libraries, supplies for hands-on lab activities, calculators, whiteboards, and art supplies, to name just a few. We did have 38 applicants. We awarded 15, but that's a lot of applicants, so that the need for money for their classrooms is definitely there. We wish we could have done them all. Congratulations to Amador teacher Kevin Kioe. He has been named one of the 2 Alameda County Teachers of the Year for 2023. I had the pleasure of meeting Kevin last year and see him in action during a Girls That Code evening. And I know this is a well-deserved honor, and we wish him the best of luck in the next round. I'm disappointed I'm unable to make the PPIE Fall Gala tomorrow night, but APT will be there with a table at the event to show our support and to give our thank you to PPIE for supporting us to give our Pleasanton students the best. Tuesday this week, APT and district management returned to the negotiating table. There was very little movement on both sides, and we were asked why. Why would we ask for a 15% raise, as though we were being unreasonable? We say Pleasanton students deserve the best. We believe this, and all of our asks support our students and our guiding principles. Giving students the best educators is supporting our students. Attracting the best and retaining the best you already have support our students. Teachers are leaving our district. Why would we ask for 15%? Let me tell you again. Last year, the state gave an unprecedented amount of money to all districts. Our district received 13.2% of new ongoing money. That's approximately $28 million of ongoing money. That means it comes every year. It's not a one-time. APT settled prior to the money coming in for a 3.5% raise and $5,000 towards medical. That's a very small portion of the money that the district received. APT saw just over $3 million of the $28 million in increase of salary. And this has been the trend for the last 5 years. We asked, we pleaded all year for district to reopen the bargain and share some of that new ongoing money with us. District declined. District got a freebie for a year, but you knew we would be back. You knew we would be expecting a healthy raise like our surrounding districts were receiving. And I reminded you every time I came up here to the dais, I would have thought that you would have put some of that money aside to offer this year, but you haven't. We continue to be an afterthought. Your people should be first. If you have no people, you have nothing for students. And apparently, everyone is fine with taking all the rest of the monies you received last year. Let me repeat, $28 million ongoing and not one-time money, and keeping it all every year, and that is shameful. At the end of this year, there was $14 million in fallout money. That's ongoing money. That's the extra that wasn't spent. You could have readjusted your budget to match the actual spending that actually happened. You could have added the $14 million to the 6% you already budgeted for and offered it to us, and we would likely be settled by now. but you didn't. And now this year, you've received another 8.22% of ongoing money. And yet your offer hasn't even reflected that, let alone anything from last year. Instead, we hear deficit spending, declining enrollment, special education funds aren't enough, so the funds have to come from the general education budget. Well, every school district has the same issues. They were all able to find the funds to support their teachers with a large salary increase. Why can't Pleasanton? Deficit spending is when you have to go into your savings account to pay your bills. We know many of our teachers have to do this repeatedly, or they need 2 jobs to pay their bills. Budgets are projections, and if there is $14 million at the end of the year, this is not deficit spending. Last board meeting, I shared slides with you. You can see those slides on our website, associationofpleasantonteachers.org. The slides show all the surplus funds at the end of every year for the last 5 years. It's an average of $19.8 million each year. Last year, I was new to this position. We were coming off a near strike from the previous year. We wanted to repair relationships, and we had all hoped for change. You asked us to support the bond, and we did. You asked us to support workforce housing, and we did. You asked us to support the sale of the property, and we did. And we expected that you would reciprocate and that you would support us. So you ask why APT expects 15%? Because the district has been stockpiling money, spending, and saving on the backs of APT members not receiving a fair share for the money that has been given from the state for far too long. The state has given 29.8% COLA in the past 5 years, and APT has received 10.75. A few weeks ago, Trustee McCaughey asked about bringing back to the board when money is moved around. Thank you for that. She was told it's routine in nature. Nobody paid attention to her ask. Well, we paid attention, and we would like to see you bring this back to the board. And every board member should be asking too. You should be asking, why is it that APT continues to think there's money when we repeatedly tell them there isn't, and that we're going to be broke in 3 years? That's the same story. You should be digging in. You should be asking the same questions. We're asking, and you should expect to see every change made with the money, routine or not. This keeps everything transparent. We are not going away. This is not just a few loud people. And we hope, school board, that you will convene together and tell district management to repurpose their budget, to put their people first, and give students, Pleasanton students, the best.